I had a friend who got married and divorced within 4 years. She said they were best friends when they got married. And they got divorced because they started to grow apart. The relationship just stopped working altogether, which made me think, why is marriage necessary? Marriage is not necessary. Only love is. Love is necessary. Love is the bond. Love will make you care and concerned for someone unconditionally. Love is only unconditional. Love is not conditional. If it's conditional, call it something else. That's a contract. If it's conditional, it's a contract. If it's unconditional, it's love. No need for the paperwork. No need. You don't need paperwork to call someone your brother or your sister or your best friend. You don't need paperwork to call someone your best friend. You don't need paperwork to call someone your girlfriend. You don't need paperwork to call someone your wife or your husband. So why would you need it for your partner, who's the closest person to you? Why? To claim them? Claim them as a possession? What is the point of the paperwork? Which made me think a little further. A good marriage is an oxymoron. A good marriage is an oxymoron. Just like a good cop. There are good people who want to join the force, to be helpful to their society. But it's just the job is bad. That's all. Why do you think in the movies superheroes never want to be police? Because you're not a hero unless you choose to be heroic. Being an officer is a job, which makes it an obligation to help and not a choice. Being a hero has to be a choice and not a job, and that's where the credit comes from. Same with love. When we make vows to each other, it becomes a business deal, and it takes away the ability to choose, which is where we get and give and earn our credit from. You see, the freedom of choice is the conception of trust and faith. I'm not religious, but if in the Bible, God never gave the people freedom of choice, they would never have the ability to trust or have faith or be heroic. The image of God is creative, and a part of the image of God and creativity is the ability to choose. You don't want someone to be obligated to you. You want them to choose you every day, right? So that means you want to earn them every day. You can't respect a relationship where someone doesn't choose you. We need to get rid of the vows to each other and bring marriage to our relationships and stop bringing our relationship to marriage. We have to let marriage come to us through our love for each other, which is our bond, not fix our relationship to the liking of society. Love is when you free someone, not put chains on them. Love is when you take the handcuffs off someone, not put them on, not handcuff them to you. You're mine, I'm handcuffing you to. You would be crazy to like a tree so much that you go and handcuff yourself to the tree and throw away the key. And then when you're over liking this tree so much, you have to go pay someone else to help you find the key or to bring a key to you so you can get yourself out of it. The love for the tree will just make you water it and keep watering it and keep it alive and not chop it down, you know? That's what love does. The pretentious way of marriage has taken over the minds of relationships because people make so much money from it. They're selling the fantasy of it, and it only ruins the relationship because the person who is choosing you every day is now stripped of their ability to choose you every day. Now there's an obligation, there's a contract. Your love was working off of the strength of faith and trust, and now it's working off an obligation and a must. Their ability to choose you every day is what made you feel seen. It's what made you respect them. Then you made an obligation to them, and now you don't really respect it. You're like, would this person leave if given the chance? If they weren't tied to me and bonded to me through this contract, would they want to leave? Some of them probably would. And then they make it so hard for you to get out of it. It's harder for you to get a divorce than it is for you to get married. It costs more money. People go around looking for the same relationships that they see on the internet or on TV, thinking it's going to make them happy. But it just kills your real trust for each other and stamps a possessive tone and a worrisome cloud over your relationship. You're worried that the other person may leave you if given the chance. So you stamp them with the contract. And the contract is just the very start of the distrust that you grow for each other. Relationships should be a lot more progressive by now. They should be based solely on the love you have for each other, the trust and the faith that you have in the relationship and in each other. Have any of you ever met a marriage lawyer before? Probably not. But have you heard of a divorce lawyer or met a divorce lawyer? Definitely. They're betting on your failure. If no one got divorced, how would divorce lawyers make money? You know, how would they send their kids through school? They sell divorce the same way they sell those marriages on TV. They sell this contractual, I am taking a vow to love you every day versus just, I'm showing you that I love you every day. I'm earning you every day. And you're choosing me because I earn you. Relationships should be a lot more progressive right now. Everything else in society, every other social aspect of society has grown and developed and evolved, but the marriage. Our love should be getting purer, more pure. We should be evolving into a more loving person. They say God is love. We should be evolving more into God, right? In the Bible, I'm not a religious person, but in the Bible, even Jesus did away with all of the commandments. And he said the only commandment now is to love. Because if you love someone, you won't murder them, you won't steal from them. If you're moving with love, you won't hurt anyone on purpose. We're not meant to have so many rules placed on us. We're meant to be free. We're meant to have a choice at all times. So when we strip ourselves of that ability to choose, we almost resent each other. Think about your best friends. They stay your best friends, but you're in and out of relationships all your life because you keep putting this contractual agreement, even if it's not on paperwork, you're putting it in their mind that if they don't do right by you, that you will punish them or you will leave them. Your best friends take you and accept you for the piece of shit you are. Not really, but you know what I mean. They accept you for your flaws and everything. We should be living more and more closer to pure love. The intelligence of love is the marriage. Not just to one person, but to a baby, to your brother, to your sister, to your friends, to whoever it may be. The understanding of love is what keeps the bond between you guys. It's what keeps you from doing each other dirty or hurting each other on purpose or doing anything. To make this person's life better. And that should be what love is about. That should be what the relationship is about. It should not go past that. We should be growing purer and purer love for each other. Think about someone you love right now. Love them more honest and more pure. Do not leave them. Do not flake on them. Be loyal to the people that you love. Be loyal to the people that's in your life. Fall in love. Stay in love. You always have to be in love. If you're not in love, you're not really inspired. Everything that's ever inspired a great piece of art or a great piece of literature or anything is always love. Stay in love, because that's going to be your greatest inspiration. Fall in love and stay in love with everyone in your life, whether it's your family or your friends or your partner. Peace and love.